Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back. Beloved, this is indeed your brother Big VJ checking in. Today's conversation, we're going to shoot the ball a little bit. We're going to talk about what's trending. Our brother Shannon Sharpe has been trending, right? Looks like he's been fired from ESPN. He got a lawsuit pending.
Ouch.
The young lady wants $50 million, right? Because, she never had no interview with Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? She never had no interview with Monique. She never played tight end for the Broncos. She never played tight end for the Ravens. She don't got no green jacket in her closet. But she wants $50 million of this man's empire because she said that she was indeed sexually assaulted, right? So we're going to have a conversation on Man Time. And we're going to talk a little bit about the devil, because it's important, beloved, that you have a knowledge of self, God, devil, and others, right? Beloved, when you get off into stuff, making money in your profession, you got to really know what you're getting off into. You understand? You kind of have to okay, I'm moving this way and I'm in this field and this is my goal. This is my 5-year plan. This is my 10-year plan. And in everybody's plan, in everybody's goal, especially when they go into a new industry, their goal is to get to the top. Nobody's goal is just to make it in, hang around at the bottom, go mid-level, go right to the top. And I feel as though that this is a good teachable moment, because see, our brother Shannon Sharpe, he had a plan on making it to the top, because what he did was pretty impressive. We got to salute the brother. It's pretty impressive. He went from the football world, the world of athletics, into the world of media, right? Where he's doing interviews and all. He never went to school for nothing like this. He's in the world of media. And just like that, he had a viral video with our brother Cat Williams. He went right to the top in media. He got one of the #1 shows in the entire country. But that was his plan, beloved, to go to the top. He just did not have a team to hold everything in place when he got to the top. And in my estimate, beloved, through the actions that he made, I feel like the brother, he never knew his self-worth. He never knew he was at the top. You can make a plan to get to the top, but I feel like he never just sat back, just kicked back in the cut one day and said, shit, I'm at the top of this shit. It's my game to win, and now it's my game to lose. But whatever hill this is, I'm at the top of this hill. Because the brother is already worth millions of dollars. They told him, oh man, he had a contract for $100 million on the table. That ain't nothing. No, I'm not saying it's not nothing. We just talking. I ain't saying it's not. I'm saying that that's going to be one of his many $100 million contracts, because the man he's on fire, right? The problem is, he just did not know he was on fire. He had no idea that he was exactly who he was, right? So let's have a little conversation about that. Knowing your self-worth, because you got to have a thorough knowledge of self. Knowledge, it just ain't a bunch of history and this, that, and no. You got to know yourself. You're like, okay, I'm here. I have arrived. And the thing that Black Americans we have that's working in our favor, right? Because he's been sued by a cave dweller. He's been sued by a knuckle dragger, right? Well, let me say it this way. The accuser is a knuckle dragger. And I just just being responsible. I gotta say this. I just gotta say this. I think that we have a misrepresentation of what sexual assault is, because we think as sexual assault as somebody hitting you in the head at the bar, at the club somewhere, dragging you to an alley, and sexually assaulting you, male on female, right? Somebody putting something in your drink, somebody holding you underneath a knife, underneath a gun, and sexually assaulting you, right? That's part of it. Over 70% though of females that are the victims of sexual assault, it happens by somebody they know already. And oftentimes, not only do they know this person, they have already been sleeping with this person. So what generally happens is that you can sleep with somebody 20 times, 30, 40, 50 times, whatever the case may be. Once that woman says no, even if you're already in the act, and you's like, in your mind, you're like, well, I'm finna nut. I'm almost there. And you keep going, beloved, that's rape. That's rape. That's why this young lady, she got a strong case. It's not about, because they're asking her, well, if somebody raped you on this date, why did you go back to this date? Because she knew the dude. It wasn't like he was a stranger. They've been messing around. She asked him to stop. This is according to her testimony now. She asked dude to stop, leave the rubber on. He said no. He wanna drop the top on it. He wants some bussy. Our brother is addicted to bussy, as it may seem. You understand? And he began to just continue to penetrate shorty without no rubber on anally. And she's like, yo, this shit is hurting. Stop. He didn't stop. Okay. That's officially that's sexual assault. Now, well, if that happened to a V, why would she come back? Because the dude can get on the phone and say, man, my fault. I was just trying, baby. I was freaking. I ain't going to do that shit no more. And he could turn back around and do it again. Now, the thing that he did do, beloved, is that he offered the young lady $10 million, right? So this is going back to a point I was going to make earlier. See, Black Americans, we don't have to be smart. That's the plus that we have. We can kind of be like on autopilot. All we really have to do is listen to the words of our ancestors that are no longer here, but they left literature behind, right? And listen to the elders that are currently here. The stories are already laid out, right? The stories have already been laid out. Beloved, our brother Michael Jackson, peace be upon him, he taught everybody in entertainment, you don't settle. He taught us that by how he lived his life. Because once you settle one time, it's like the floodgates start to open up on you. And once Mike tried to settle and get one thing to go away, and we're dealing with devils now. And devils, by their nature, they have like a vampire nature, a mosquito, a leech style nature. They have a shark like nature, right? And what a shark does is that, beloved, the shark can smell the blood in the water. It can smell the blood. So once Mike starts settling, now the sharks can smell it. Now everybody is just putting their child, oh, he did something to my child, he did something to my baby, he did, and he kept spinning, and then what happens is it starts off civilly first. Because this is the way they hit your pockets, right? Because you're dealing with the devil, beloved. So they hit your pockets with the civil cases first. And then after everything is civilly done and they feel like, okay, he's getting washed up, his funds is being depleted, then they come with a criminal case to put you in prison. Because I was tapping in with my little cuz. And man, he talked about this subject matter. He did an excellent job. So we texting now, beloved. We playing text tag now. And I'm like, bro, the way my little cousin broke this down, I'm like, shit, if this dude is not careful, the feds will pick this up. I'm looking down the line. Because these crackers always got a plan. They don't ever have they're not like day to day, week to week people, month to month people like we are. They thinking all the way down the line. Look, Look, the little she devil, the knuckle dragger, she asked for 10 million. She got next to a monkey, the biggest monkey in Texas, Tony Busby. They went in the back, cooked something up, said no, we want 50. Right? All right. What does that indicate? If they didn't have anything, and this is just how I'm looking at the situation, if they didn't have nothing, they would have took the 10. They would have took the 10 and walked away, which is not really 10 because the lawyers get a third. Whatever she showed the monkey, Tony Busby, this rhesus monkey, he must have went in the back. He seen something. And he said, no, 10 is not enough. We need 50. Right? Okay. If you look at Shannon Sharpe's history, and this is just a word on the street, beloved. It's a word on the street. He has 23 legal incidents in which we talking Shannon Sharpe, with the nigga with the black and miles and Hennessy. He settled out of court for 22 of them. You know what that means? The devils can smell the blood in the water now. So do not be surprised, right? Because I was telling my little cousins, I said I wouldn't be surprised if the feds pick this up now, because what's gonna happen is that every woman he ever dealt with that got something in their phone, that's some type of text, it looks a little aggressive, they're gonna come up and attach themselves to the Tony Busby case, because this is what the monkey does. Beloved, this is why we call the dude a monkey. This is why we call Tony Busby a monkey, because that's the nature of a monkey. That's what if you look up the term, it's a term called monkey branching. Google it, right? Look up the term. What is monkey branching? Monkey branching is something that you do like in a relationship. Because what a monkey does, when a monkey is swinging on the trees, he jumps from one branch to another branch, but the monkey is intelligent enough to know he doesn't let one branch go until he fully got the other branch, right? Okay. So we know that many of these people, they are descendants of a rhesus monkey. We already know that part. We can go into the history. We can show and prove. That's a different story for a different day. Their activity, this guy Tony Busby, he does monkey branching, not on a relationship kind of like personal relationship level. He do it on the business level. He jumped from one nigga to another nigga. He's monkey branching. Look, he can jump from the running back. I forget the brother's name. What's the running back out of New Orleans, the Saints? He sued him, sexual assault. He can jump from him to the Watson kid, monkey branch. He still hold one. He let that one go, jump on another one. Then he put himself in the Travis Scott situation because some folks hurt themselves and they died at the Astro event. And then he can jump from that to a Diddy, and jump from that to a Jay-Z, and jump from Jay-Z to a Shannon Sharpe, because he's monkey branching. And then Shannon did something online, which I'm like, what is this legal team doing? Uncle Hucklebuck comes out and he makes a video. And I'm like, damn, dog. He tells the girl name. Oh, she's an OnlyFans model. Her name is Blase Blase. And this is a ploy by Tony Busby. And he tried to sue Blase Blase. And I'm like, bro, why would you? Okay, now either way it goes, you just made this young girl, she's rich now. Because people are going to Google her name, look at her, go to her OnlyFans. She's going to get so many subscriptions from this OnlyFans thing. That's off top. Then what you did he just being emotional, I don't know. He shouts out Tony Busby, letting the people know that this is the guy, this is the firm that's going to be handling this case, right? Okay. Two things is wrong with that. One thing, Tony said, well, I'm going to sue this guy now. Tony is now saying he's going to have a personal suit against Uncle Hucklebuck, because Uncle Hucklebuck said that he's saying that's defamation. Man, you can't say I'm just suing black folks. You can't do that. Because what the monkey come out and say is, he said, well, listen, Tony is saying, hey, I'm not suing anybody. The women are coming to me. Dig what the devil say. The devil say the women coming to me, I'm just typing it up and filing it with the court. Now, before I even file it with the court, I call you to see what you want to do about it. Which means that it's so many guys that we do know that the monkey Busby is involved with. it gotta be hundreds of athletes that we don't know about that just settled. It has to be hundreds of them that just settle out, just get to do the money so they can go about their business. But look how that's how the monkey put it. So what you did was, any other woman that felt the way about how y'all relationship ended, now we going back to Shannon now. You just alerted them who's the firm that's handling this situation. So all they're going to do is piggyback. Now you're going to see more. It happens like this all the time. You're going to see more women jump on this case to say Shannon did this to me too. It's going to happen. And if it happens too much, just like we just all seen with Diddy, it's civil first, then it becomes criminal. Just like we just seen with Dr. William Cosby, it's civil first, and then it becomes criminal. This is what generally happens. Beloved, this is what generally happens. Our brothers got to show self-control, beloved. Our brothers have to, two things. Our brothers have to show self-control, and not only that, our brothers have to show, like, they got to know their worth. You know, in order for you to be a Hall of Fame guy, you got to show a level of discipline to make it there. And we get these greats that fight their ways out of generally poor households, poor blocks, poor communities, poor cities, fight their way up to make a superstar level, and they piss it away chasing women that's so far down on the totem pole, beloved. It is unreal. We seen this with Kobe Bryant, God bless the dead. We seen it, right? But you know, something, I'm gonna tell you something. It's a couple of quotes. It come to mind now, right? A couple of quotes. You know, the brother minister out of Chicago, he always said that Satan will tempt us by our unfulfilled desires. Dig that, man. That's a cold line. Satan, and when you got a knowledge of self, when we say Satan, we ain't talking about no spook, no invisible, we talking about the so-called white man. We talking about the enemy, your open enemy. Let me say it this way. Now I gotta go back, I gotta say it this way. The so-called white man, beloved, is the devil. This is what our ancestors and our elders taught us. Not just the North American white man. This is his role in the game of life. This is his role. This is the character that he plays in this game of life. He doesn't just play it in the hills of North America. South America, he played the role of a devil. And when he came to the islands, he played the role of a devil. In Africa, he plays the role of a devil. When he went to Australia, he plays the role of a devil. When he went to the Asian world, he played the role of a devil. Do you know that the original people of Europe was black? Europe, the original inhabitants of Europe was black men and black women. It's not no more, because they pushed, the original inhabitants, of of what we call North America. It was the red seed and the black seed. You know that, right? He come around, the black seed is confused. He think he come from all over across the Atlantic. He don't know where he come from. And the red seed is almost gone. This is his character. This is the character he play in the game we call life. So when you watch him, never forget, he who controls your habitat controls your habits, right? The habitat that we live in, the devil running. And he has 10 areas of activity. He sit at the top of these activities. That's labor, law, entertainment, economics, medicine, education, sex, politics, religion, and war. He's at the top of all. You don't have a say-so in whether this nation gonna have a war or not. You don't have a say-so. You don't have a say-so of what this nation's religion is going to be. You don't have a say-so. You got the religion he gave you. You got the name he gave you. You got the language he gave you. You just got what he gave you. You don't have a say-so of what your kids should or should not be taught in the educational system. He decides on that. You don't decide on that. You don't decide what's going to be lawful to be medicine or not. He runs everything. So we are living underneath his tutelage, his rulership, his authority, This is his habitat. So he controls the habits. So I'm gonna go so far to say this. Right, we're gonna switch gears a little bit. We're gonna get back to Shannon, but I just gotta say this. See, that's why we don't play a spooky game. See, we don't do the spookism over here. We ain't finna play no invisible devil and all this, because what happens is, see, these folks, they give you religious books, and 9 times out of 10 they're from the East. Whatever religious book you got, they all from the East. And the common thread about whatever religious book that you got, you're gonna notice one common theme is that whoever the devil is in that book, he never attacks God. It never happens. Whoever the God is in whatever book you got, he never attacks the devil. And while you never really paid attention to that, you don't think that's odd. I think that's odd. Well, you just gave me a religious book. You told me it's a war between good and evil. And you said that God he's a champion of good. And you said that this devil, this invisible, these are spooks now. This invisible devil, he's over he's over all his wickedness, right? But they never attack, we can't see them. Right? They live in a whole different dimension. We're okay with that. But even in the dimension that they live in, they don't attack each other. Why not? Because in these same books, you see how the humans die all the time. Anytime the human do wrong, this happens, that happened, this one is killed, this fire and brimstone come from over here and over there. The humans is all. But when is the final drawdown? When is the final drawdown going to happen? When the guy destroys the devil? That's all we want to hear from any of these religious representatives. That's the only, because this side talk religion. Say, man, when is the final showdown going to be? When is guy and the devil going to show off and the final showdown, and they going to just somebody going to hurt one of it's never going to happen, beloved. It ain't gonna never happen no more. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself why. I don't know, beloved. Maybe that's a different story for a different day. So I said all that to just circle back and come to the quote. Satan will tempt us by our unfulfilled desires. Right? All right. You know, all is the mind, and the universe is mental. All is the mind, and the universe is mental, right? We get to see what the devil mind looks like, because what's going on in this invisible mind, we can see it in the physical manifestation in the neighborhoods, in the cities, how they're built, how they're constructed, and what he put in place based on the 10 areas of activity that he controlled. We can see that in his system, there will always be poverty, right? Because poverty means you're connected to a system. When somebody say this person is poor, here he's poor in this system. Now, when we see indigenous people with no clothes on, living in South America or the island somewhere, or Africa, Australia somewhere, we see indigenous people all over the planet, and they live off the land. We don't say that they're poor, because they live off the land. They can get as much as they want. They can eat as much as they want. They live off the land. It's only when you're connected to a system that the poor would be with us always. So you look at his labor, his law, his economics, his entertainment, his medicine, his education, his etc., 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 right? He picks the winners and losers. And I don't care what anybody says. This is just my personal opinion. Anytime that the original man and woman is in the area of entertainment, right? He uses us as a front. He puts us in the front as like we are used to market what he has going on because he's really running the show in the back. He has us out of the front. Now, in order for you to be successful in his entertainment world, he has to have dirt on you, or he won't deal with you. So my personal belief is this. I can't prove it. My personal belief is this. Anytime a black and brown, red and yellow entertainer gets a contract and they begin to make over $15 million, that's the number I'm going to give, $15 million. Before they get that contract, before they get that deal, before they get that position, I can assure you that the devil has a private eye watching them for at least 3 to 6 months. Watching them, following them, going in their trash, going in their, reading their mail, right? Maybe some cyber attacks, going through the email, learning about the dirt about them. So one day, they're going to bring the dirt out on you. They already know you. They know what your Achilles heel is. They know what makes you weak. They know what you want to be a part of. They already know you. That's my personal opinion. So there's a comedian out the Midwest. His name is Eddie Griffin. And Eddie Griffin says, well, in this game, he's talking about show business. He said black men don't leave this game. They don't leave it clean. You know what Eddie was really saying? It's not that you just come in and they find something out on you. They already knew what your unfulfilled desire was before they signed you. They knew that about you, Kobe. They knew that about you, Tiger Woods. They knew that about you, Magic. They knew that about you, Robert Kelly, before you even got a deal. Dr. William Cosby, they knew that about you. And when you get beside yourself to get too high, they just gonna pull it out on you, Mike Tyson. They're gonna pull it out on you, Tupac Shakur. They're gonna and you know, Mr. Muhammad said, listen, Mr. Muhammad said, the devil's, his last test is, he said, he gonna put his woman on you. He's gonna put his woman on you. Now you gotta think, this is a man, we talking about Mr. Muhammad, peace be upon him, he's no longer here. This is a man that, I mean, this coming from a man in the 1930s. In the 1940s, beloved, they hanging on people from trees from dealing with white women. We like, man, Mr. Muhammad, he be saying some cool stuff, but man, he was tripping a little bit when he said that. When he said this devil, he gonna give you his woman one day. Yeah, I know he playing this stuff he doing with this hanging and all that, man, he putting on the front. That's just his wicked nature. He just making up a reason to kill you. The real reason he's doing that is to set you up later, to show you the beast in him. But later, he's going to give you his woman, because that's the last trick he gonna have. And Mr. Muhammad said, if you can get by his woman, brother, listen to me now. If you can get by his woman, you on your way to heaven. Now, we ain't talking about no pie in the sky. I know somebody finna take it. No, ain't nobody finna. No. We talking about luxury, money, good homes, and friendships in all walks of life. Right? That's sitting yourself in heaven. Luxury, money, good homes, and friendships in all walks of life. Right? So this means that we need to do an autopsy on our brother Kevin Samuels, because the way he died, he wasn't with no blue black woman when he left. He was with a woman and you know, if this alpha spirit people loved him so much, they would have tapped in with his parents and said, listen, we don't like the way he went because he didn't go. But I don't know, maybe all that is a different story for a different day. Right? Different story for a different day. Our brother Shannon Sharpe, #1 talk show in the country. How did this happen? The #1 talk show in the country, and he lost it all. Well, he haven't lost it all yet, but it looked like if the devil do what they normally do, and what they normally do is when the blood hit that water, it's a frenzy. They come from everywhere, right? And then again, we got to circle back to this. Word is the brother got 23 suits that was already some legal dealings, and he settled out of 22 of them. I'm like, damn, what you got going on? But you know, listen. Them people already knew that before, so they build these guys up to drop them down when they get ready. And I don't care what nobody says, right? Because we can talk about this monkey, Tony Busby, until the sun go back down and come back up. But please don't believe that cracker getting some help now. It may never come out. He's fucking with too many brothers. It just doesn't work. That it's some niggas in the cut giving him some help. He's not that smart. You ever seen him talk? You seen him do an interview? We be talking in Houston and all this whole kind of shit, and he's not that sharp. Listen, the devil got a fucking 1-800 number. This is how you know. This is a slow monkey here. The cave dweller got a fucking 1-800 number behind his head when he's doing interviews, like he's a 1-800 lawyer. What lawyer? He got a national number. It's like he got some hotline shit going on. And that's like how do you think that make us feel? Big U just went to prison. 50-year-old black man. This ain't been the best year for 50-year-old black men. They stand in all kind of shit, getting all kind of trouble, different story for different day. Big U just goddamn, he's facing 600 years for shaking down niggas, right? Shaking down niggas. The monkey is telling everybody, shit, if you want to shake a nigga down, all you had to do is go past the bar, get your law license, and you can shake all these niggas down. You can do it legally. You can do it legally, and guess what? They not gonna do nothing to hurt that man. They not gonna do. Look, Shannon offered 10. That's how you know he ain't from the hood. Shannon offered 10. Tony said, nah, we pass him to 10. Cause she all goddamn got these old freak ass texts talking about she want $25,000 per cheek. You know what I'm saying? She got a $50,000 ass or something like that. No, I'm talking about. And goddamn, the monkey came and said, no, baby girl, you ain't got no $50,000 ass. You got a $50 million ass. No, we finna take this Negro for everything he got, because this is what we do as a people. It's a double team. And I'm looking at Lenny. This is goddamn Lenny the liberal. This is Shannon's lawyer. And I'm just like, beloved, I don't trust them folks at all. I just feel like they'll all make backdoor phone calls with each other to pass money. It doesn't seem so far-fetched to me that they ask for 50, Shannon to pay Lenny. Lenny will talk back and forth with Tony, and they'll work a backdoor deal out. And whatever the suit is, don't think them lawyers don't come back behind the scene on the golf course and pass each other money back and forth, because see, you just a hucklebuck to them. You know what I mean? You just a nigga to them. They ain't gonna fall out over you. You a spoil of war. They ain't finna do that to you. They just use you as a front. All you guys do is become alcohol dealers. That's the whole. They just put y'all niggas in front of some alcohol to sell back to us to fuck us up. Look, check this out. I'm gonna share this with you. Have you ever paid attention to black podcasters? Just took a look. Because our brother Shannon, he got some shit. He at the top of the hill with his shit. But just think about the Breakfast Club, because it's a radio show, but now it's a podcast too. You understand? Just think about, they got Drink Champs, right? And they got $1 million worth of game. Who at the top? Who else? They got Joe Budden. He at the top too. Just think about the top black podcasters, right? They get all the views. They got the big ass deals. They're making the money. Who's their sponsors? You ever paid attention to that? Matter of fact, let me back up a little bit. You know what a sponsor is? When you have a commercial sponsor, a sponsor is they're an entity that they're funding your program, right? They're essentially paying you, but they're going to fund your program, or if you have an event, they're going to fund your event because they want access to your audience. They want to be put in front of your audience, right? Now, let's just look at black podcasters. You dig? The Breakfast Club is at the top of the hill. So you start to look, you say, okay, there's some niggas in the front. But in the back, you see State Farm, you see AT&T, iHeartMedia, all that, because it's really Premier Network. And it's kind of like, you look at the personalities that they decide to put in front of you. It's like, okay, they'll give you and Jess Hilarious and, Premier Network will give us Steve Harvey and DJ Envy and Charlemagne. And then when it comes to their white audience, they give them the Bobby Jones Show. They give them Glenn Beck. They give them Ryan Seacrest. They give them Sean Hannity. But I don't know, maybe all that is different story for a different day. When you look at the Breakfast Club and they coming out, they're popping. How many of us seen that Ciroc bottle on the table all day, every day, because that was the biggest sponsor, Ciroc. How many of us watch Drink Champs? Before you can even they can announce the guests, you see the sponsors, all the liquor. These are crackers in the back that own these entities, that they're using these niggas in the front to get to you to promote something to you, right? So they use our figureheads to turn back around and just promote. It's just pretty much alcohol and gambling to us. Okay, we're just gonna go down the line. We ain't gonna skip. We're gonna go down the line. Drink Champs. What do they promote? Who the sponsors? Gambling, liquor, right? All right, let's go down to the next one. $1 million worth of game, right? Wallow talking about black-owned businesses this, black-owned businesses that, but he got some sponsors, right? He got some sponsors. Who's his biggest sponsors? Soon as you turn on $1 million worth of game, what you see? They finna push liquor on you. They finna push DraftKings, New Amsterdam vodka. That's what they finna push on your black ass, because 90% of the audience is original men and original women, right? All right. Joe Budden podcast. Who did you see? Prize Picks. What is that? That's gambling. That's gambling. Okay. The #1 talk show in the country, Club Shay Shay. What do you see? DraftKings. What is that? That ain't shit but gambling. Then what? He got his liquor all out in the front, but you know he's from Georgia, beloved. You know, Shannon's born in Chicago. He was raised in Georgia, right? Okay. Do you think he's because the whiskey that he promotes is Irish? Does Shannon look like a Patty to you? Does he like a Mick? No. They put these niggas in the front. Jay Bradley owns that. That's his liquor. He's in the back. You don't see him. They put these guys out in the front. It's a hustle, because the devil, he's running the entertainment circle, and listen. You never make enough money to be independent, because they have it's rigged. They got it fixed. When you start getting your money up, they can pull out a lawsuit to bring you down, because they knew it before you even got the deal. This is just my personal opinion, because this shit happened too crazy. They have private eyes to watch you, beloved. They have private eyes to watch you, to see what you're all about, to get the dirt on you. So when they do the deal, when they want to bring you down, they can bring. You think they didn't know Diddy was Diddy? You think Diageo just figured that out later in the game? No, they knew who he was before they did the deal with him. They already knew. So they just let Diddy just do what he want to do. He making money. When Diddy said, well, wait a minute, I want to be an owner. I want to be like, hold on, nigga, that ain't what we ain't got you here for that. No, nigga, this is what you do. And then when he put a suit on them, immediately after that, all of a sudden, you see, because it's an octopus of devils. It's an octopus. You see the different arms, but it's just the same. When you get to the top, it's all the same. We have to listen, beloved, if we don't do nothing, the black man and woman got to figure this out. We have to have a thorough knowledge of who God is, who the devil is, a knowledge of self, and a knowledge of others. We have to know that. If we can't even get on the same page of who God is, okay, because that's one out of the four. We have to absolutely know who the devil is, who we are, and who others are. We got to know that at the very least. We got to know at least 3 out of the 4. We act like we don't know none of it. We 0 for 4. Don't you see? It's just an octopus. Them 10 areas of activity, they all work together. They all work. Kanye West did something so profound. He did something so profound, beloved, in the last 10 years. He's in the field of entertainment, obviously, right? Okay. He started getting shit in fashion. He started facing discrimination in fashion. He calls out the discrimination in fashion. They start fucking with him in the entertainment world. So he calling out the ethnicity, the small hats that's fucking with him. So they kicked them out of the fashion world. They kicked them out of the entertainment world. And look, in the area of economics, the banks was dropping him. We never seen nothing like that in our life. The bank dropped you? You're thinking they're all different. They're not all different. These are all devil. They are the same. It's the they are over the 10 areas of activity. Economics is part. So when he did this, when he did this in fashion over here, and this shit fell on entertainment over here, the economic part said, no, we're gonna drop you too. Beloved, we can see it with our own eyes. They all working together. Look, it got so deep with Kanye. He even brought the doctors out of the shadows. And Kanye, he's a name dropper. He's like, man, this doctor, but it's like it went over our head. Bro, sis, listen, I'm just trying to, maybe I'm talking too fast. You understand? I want you to, I'm trying to walk this through. We talking about our brother Shannon Sharpe. I'm saying it's a setup from the beginning. It's a setup from the beginning. This ain't nothing coming out. They knew when these entities was doing business with Dog, they already knew who Dog was. They can just drop it when they get ready. Something behind the scenes Shannon was doing upset somebody, and I'm beloved. I don't care if it never come on. I'm gonna say this. It's some niggas got their hand in this too now. Big Mama always say, if it don't come out of the wash, we trust what Mama say, right? Mama say, if it don't come out of the wash, it's gonna come out in the rinse. You will see niggas got their hand in this dude falling down. This cracker is not that smart. No crackers. We work for these crackers. We see that, like, these niggas is dummies. We be around these white folks, and what do we say? These white niggas is dummies. These are the most unintelligent people we know. These folks don't know. We're holding them up. They're not that smart. They're good thieves. They're excellent hypocrites. They're good robbers. They're good liars. They're not the most intelligent people in the place. That's why they invented how many societies. Listen, this is real shit. How many civilized societies have bankruptcy on the books? A law of bankruptcy. The cracker is a failure. He can fuck up everything. File bankruptcy, don't have to pay nobody off. Just, okay, we're gonna let you start over. What, nigga? That's not a universal law. There's no law in nature. There's no bankruptcy law in nature. All right, I'm gonna start over. No. It's some shit he made up. Because he's a failure. He's a failure. All this robbing and stealing and goddamn wheeling and dealing he doing, and he still, look at all the debt he's in. He's in trillions of dollars of debt. This is him though. It's going to follow him. So he needs you to live off of, beloved. He needs you to live off of. He needs you to live off of. That's shaking our brother down. They're shaking our brother down, but he's like, it's unfortunate. He's a hucklebuck. And it's like, he's being blindsided. He did not know his worth. That's what got me. I'm like, damn, brother, you didn't know your worth? You had the #1 talk show in the country. What you doing fucking around with OnlyFans model? He still think he's an athlete. I can tell he's in his late 50s. Like, I can tell. Because he has this. Look, check it out. You know, you see Shannon moving, right? Shannon has this older, like, back page mentality. This Craigslist, I'm gonna get some pussy from Craigslist mentality. That's why he fucking with OnlyFans, kind of like model mentality, because he doesn't know he's successful in the world of media. He thinks he's a football player. And football players, they live their life in a mask because they playing in helmets. Nobody can really see these guys. They don't really know them. So he can kind of like, he can move through the world invisible almost. He can get these different cases and suits and women coming after him. He can beat it because he's a football player. He can just beat it. Because he's like, nobody really knows him. He plays with a mask. They know his name. They know his position, but they don't really know when they, see I'll give you a better example. Man, I got my little cousin he's a linebacker for the Cleveland Browns, right? He's a linebacker for when he's not on the field, he's hanging out because he come down to Ali. They have, everybody, no matter where you are in the country, all of our family reunions is going to be in Ali. He can hang around. Nobody knows what he does. Because his profession, he walks around with a helmet on. Nobody know who he is. You see what I'm saying? Okay, nobody knows who Shannon is. He became a somebody in media and he didn't know it. He still was conducting himself like he was a football player. And, way back in our generation, and we had newspapers. And in the back of the newspapers, they have like, the Asian parlors all in there. He's like one of them old school niggas. I'm going to call up one of the Asian girls and I'm going to fuck with her. I'm going to give her a little money. Because you can see He's by tricking. He's cool with tricking. He doesn't know, nigga, you the hottest thing smoking on TV right now. People look at these apps more than they look at TV now. You got the hottest TV show in the country, beloved. Why the fuck is you fucking with her? Why? You don't even have to be. What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, it's like, bro, you above it. You passed that level already. Now, check this out. Check this out. I gotta say this, right? I gotta say this in all transparency. I agree with a lot of cats are saying about the levels to this shit, because we are seeing great men in the role of entertainment, right? Whether they do it by athletics, whether they're comedians, whether they're actors, whatever, they kind of get tore down by nobodies. Magic Johnson did get hit with a lifelong disease. He wasn't with no famous actress that put that shit on him. It was some nobodies that he shouldn't even been. You understand? Kevin Samuels died right in the arms in a room with a nobody. He shouldn't even been in a room with her. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, that shit was. And I wasn't no Kevin Samuels fan like that. I just thought that was weird. Like, bro, y'all not gonna do another autopsy on that? It's like, you know, you got to have dick control, beloved. I mean, Tiger Woods, how do you marry? First of all, you're a billionaire, bro. How you get in the presence of a nanny? You married a nanny, then you running around with a bunch of prostitutes. Like, bro, what the fuck is really going on? Like, Kobe did the same thing. Like, these guys, Dr. William Cosby did the same thing. But when you start scratching the surface, it was always a deal that they were going to do. And the minute they were going to do that deal, the dirt came out on them. And beloved, they just didn't they always had that dirt on them. They always had the dirt on them from the very beginning. These are scandals, right? But even though it's a scandal, I just got to close out with this, right? Because we just shooting the ball, we kicking it. Beloved, you know, black and brown women, because there's some shit going on about some age differences. You understand? Like, oh man, you know, he was in his 50s and she was 20, and you know, she was too young, and it's now like, I don't know, slow down on that one, because in entertainment, man, there's a lot of motherfuckers with some age differences. Ain't nobody, you know, we just put a motherfucker in office. You know what I'm saying? He got an age difference with him and his old lady. George Clooney, the cracker, he got a big age difference. We like Ronald Isley. You know, it's an age difference with him and his old lady, Robin Thicke. It's a big age difference. Jay-Z, we think they're cool. Jay-Z and Beyonce, it's an age difference there. Even for the women, right? What's the Kardashian girl? The mama. She's not a Kardashian. Kris Jenner, I think her name is. Kris Jenner, she got a young brother. She on her arm. Pretty good age difference. Gabrielle, her and Dwayne Wade, pretty good age difference. Even Tracy Ross just came out and say she gonna get a young boy, right? Pretty. So you know, this whole where he's 50 and she's in the 20s, I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna buy that one. I'm like, nah. She look, Cher, right? She's an old knuckle dragger, and she got like 1 foot in the grave. She running around with Amber Rose baby daddy. So look, I'm saying I like to say this. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no disrespect to black and brown women, but this ain't no disrespect. You know, all I'ma say is this. Just, you know, not being disrespectful, right? If your brother VJ, right, to some, uncle to others, if I had the #1 talk show, right, Club VJ, the #1 talk show in America, and I'm a single man, and I'm 50, and I ain't no regular 50, like I'm built like a brick shit house, you know what I'm saying? I already got a good bag. I look, before I came on television with the #1 talk show, I already was a somebody, you know what I'm saying? I was a Hall of Fame ball player, I was a Hall of Fame football player. Okay, so now I got the #1 show in the country. You know what I did? Don't look for me Don't look for me to be with no 35, 40-year-old woman. It just ain't gonna happen. I'm just gonna put it out like, nah, that shit ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I ain't gonna lie till you make it sound fly to you like, oh no, that shit not gonna happen. I mean, what the fuck I'm gonna do? I'm gonna date one of the Braxtons or something? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, hey, I'm finna go get what? I'm finna go holler at Tamar or some shit? Wait a minute. Cause you know, they fucking with Hucklebuck. They say Hucklebuck got him a young girl. He ain't no business. You know, a 50-year-old man ain't got no business with no 19-year-old. I agree with that. I do agree with that. But I'm like, okay, but if you 50 something and shorty like in her 20s or something like that, I'm like, I mean, I can't say honestly I do something different. I mean, like shit again, like who the fuck I'm gonna fuck with one of the Braxtons or something? Like who? I'm 50, I'm a brick shit house. I'm in shape. Well, I'm gonna call Robin Givens up? No, I'm gonna call. I mean, who? Lisa Ray? No. Vivica Fox? She's 60 years old. She just had a BBL. I'm gonna call her? No, I'm not gonna call. No, my nigga. I got the hottest talk show in the country. There's no way Lisa Ray gonna get a call from me. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not gonna happen. Tracy Ross and shit like that. No, hell no. Vivica, no. When I'm gonna get what? I got listen. Hottest talk show in the country. I'm gonna pick up the phone. I'm gonna go on my Instagram. I'm gonna DM Niecy Nash. I'm gonna DM Niecy Nash. That shit is not gonna happen, beloved. That shit not gonna happen. I ain't gonna lie to you, make it sound fly to you. Oh no, beloved, that shit not gonna happen. Because what I do not like what women do is they start getting into the shit like, well, you know, these guys get these 20-year-old girls because they can control them, and these women are immature, and this and that, and that's why they go for these young girls. And I'm like, yo, did you see Tiffany Haddish anytime lately? How many seen it? Because Tiffany Haddish is 45 years old. How many of us seen Tiffany Haddish? What is the difference between a 26-year-old female? Because I'm 50, I'm popping. I'm a brick shit house. I got the #1 talk show in the country. And what is the difference I'm trying to figure it out, like, what is it between a 26-year-old and Tiffany Haddish? I just take the 26-year-old. I'm not finna fuck with Tiffany Haddish. I got the #1. I'm gonna fuck with Sherry Shepherd. There's no way. The oldest I may go. And just keep in mind, beloved, I'm a single man. You know, I got the #1 show in the fucking country. The #1 show. I'm one of the big boys now. Everybody come in this motherfucker, sit on the couch and goddamn drink JJ's cognac. Me and the cracker got a deal. I'm in the front, he in the back making the real money pause. And you think I'm finna just call one of the... No, it's not. Tim's. The singer Tim's might be the oldest I go. And she's 29. But beloved, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. If Lotto is out there, how many of us seen Lotto? Oof, Lord, ain't number. That's fresh water, beloved. That thing right there is fresh water. See, this why I ain't gonna get no real niggas no money. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't gonna get no real ones no money. Beloved, what I look like with the #1 show in the country with a 30, because I heard the shit that Monique was telling, dog. You understand? And I feel like it wasn't right and exact, because she just put an age on it. No, baby, ain't all about age. It's about class too. Because you can get a 40. There's no disrespect. I like our sister. I like Tiffany Haddish. But in class wise, no, not being disrespectful. In class wise, what is the difference between the average 26-year-old young lady you see and the Tiffany Haddish? What is the difference? I'm talking about the class is the difference. So it's not about Shannon Sharpe, you know, Uncle Hucklebuck dating a young girl. He just dated a young girl with no class. She was a harlot. She's like on record, like she's 100% harlot. Like, hey, she's selling pussy. I'm on OnlyFans. Get at me. I got $25,000 a cheap. Like, she's on that type of time. I'm like, bro. I mean, the verbiage that she was, I want you to put a big old black baby in me and all this other type of shit. I'm like, bro. Like, come on, my nigga. That's what. Come on. You understand what I'm saying? But dig though. But dig. He didn't know his self-worth. I'm in that position. As fine as Tim's is, brother. We gonna be real now. As fine as Tim's is now. As fine as Lotto is, beloved. Oof. Lord, that thing ain't nothing but fresh water, beloved. I'm talking about, ooh. How many of us know Sheena Gapey? The African chick, Sheena Gapey. Because I think 19 is too young. If you 50, 19 is too young. Cause no matter how cute that ball playing girl, Juju Watson, no, she's a Watkins. Juju Watkins is. No matter how pretty Juju Watkins is, she's just 19. I'm like, man, that's way too young. You understand? I kind of can see that. Just keep it at 100. But we gonna act like we just didn't see Shaq. The whole world just didn't see Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal hit on Angel Reese. Angel Reese only 22 years old. You know what I'm talking about? Young, that thing fresh water now. She making money. I was like, okay. Now Shaq a old nigga. You know what I'm saying? He an old nigga. You know, Shannon, these are old niggas. I'm using that term loosely. I'm just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on my way down there to that lane myself. But dig, though, I'm like, come on, man. You know, I got the hottest show in the country. What the fuck you think? I'm like, I just see Robin Gibbons on this hand. And then I see Lotto on the other hand. I'm like, shit. It ain't no hard decision for me. Yeah. How many of us seen Lisa Ray do an interview? How many? Because we acting like, you know, man, come on, I ain't gonna call our sisters headaches, but they look like, man, shit, they get past, you know, they get to talking some shit past 35, they get to talking some crazy shit. And if I got the number one show in the country now, look, I gotta give you this one. This is my number one online crush. This is the sexiest female out right now, beloved, in my estimate. It's a beautiful, beautiful chocolate drop named Ariana Bassi. Beloved, how many of us seen Ariana Bassi? Beloved, if I got the number one talk show in the country, listen to me now. Because I know some cats out there, oh man, you know, 22 young. Beloved, if you telling me you ain't gonna shoot your shot at Lotto, nigga, you lying to me. Come on, you lying to me, nigga. As sexy as Tim's is, nigga, you lying to me now. Come on, let's keep her as sexy as Ariana Bassi is, beloved. Nigga, you lying to me. If you ain't gonna get at that with the number one talk show, you finna chase down Niecy Nash and shit. You finna chase down Sherry Shepherd. Oh no, beloved, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. And I think Tracy Ross is sexy and all that shit, but no, baby, no. I got the number one show in the country, baby. You had to get way at the end of the line. You gotta get way at the end of the line. Hey, look, you gonna be behind what's that chick, the city girl, both the city girls, what's Carisha, she up there, JT up there. I'm like, boy, there's some heavy hitters down there in them 20s, boy. I'm like, shit. I got the number one show in the country, beloved. You see me with a 30-year-old anything or a 40-year-old anything, shit, I ain't doing nothing but holding her for the police. I can't do nothing else with her. I'm holding her for the police to come get her. Peace and black power, beloved. We're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there. Look. Excuse me, beloved. I got to say this. Yeah, I got to say this. Man, we acting like, and this ain't no disrespect to black women. This ain't no disrespect to black women. A lot of our sisters, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, right? Because after 35, it's like they sex drive goes up. Like it goes through the roof after 35. You dig what I'm saying? But then once they sex drive go up, that physical body be already blowed out. Their physical body be blowed out. So I'm listening to a lot of sportcasters and they talking about Shannon Sharpe age difference, right? And I'm like, shit, the man wanted some tight jaws. He ain't want no, women over 35, they ain't even get to, if you into this kind of thing now. You ain't even getting your dick sucked good. You ain't even into the first 2-3 minutes of getting your dick. My jaws hurt. My TMJ acting up. And man, that nigga got tired of hearing that. Nigga got tired of hearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to get some tight jaws. He said, man, let me go down to the 20. I can give you some tight jaws and some good knees. The attitude gonna be the same. Who's finna fucking deal with Lisa Ray's attitude? Jaws blowed out, knees ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? See, let me give you some game. 20-year-old women ride dick. You hear me, beloved? They ride dick. 35-year-old women and above, they get on top. That's two different things. It's the difference. One of them ride dick, the other one just get on top. You know what the difference is? When you see a woman put her knees in the bed, she's on top. She ain't riding no dick. But when you ride dick properly, your knees don't never supposed to touch the bed. But you know what happened? A lot of our sisters' knees is blowed out. Nigga done blow them knees out already. So by the time you get to it, she's 35, 40 years old, knees all in the bed. And soon as she get on that, you say, oh, look at this lazy motherfucker right here. Soon as she get up there, she put them knees in the bed, like, look at this lazy motherfucker right here. Because even as a man, when you on top, your knees shouldn't be on the bed. You're supposed to be standing up in that thing. Nothing but feet and arms standing up in that thing. But a lot of women may be saying, shit, these niggas is lazy too. Knees in the bed, he ain't standing up in it no more. And if they want somebody to stand up in it, they gotta go get a 20-year-old man that's gonna stand up in it. Because niggas is so out of shape, diet all fucked up, all that, 35, 40 years of fried chicken and goddamn pig feet chitlins and rib dinners and all that shit. You blow it out. Niggas blow it out too. You go to the beach, man, you see more black males with a shirt on. Beloved, let me tell you something. It's fucked up. You go to the beach, you see more black males over 35, damn near fully dressed than anybody. Like, why the fuck you even out here? Niggas blow it out. Stomach blowed out. Goddamn, nigga got man boobs and all this other kind of shit. And we looking at a brother, brick shit house. Now the brother's in shape. Now he, I don't know, man. Look like, Look, I got to say this. Because we talking shit, we vibe. I got to say this, right? And beloved, pardon me for rambling, man. We just shooting shit. I'm thinking this. $10 million. And they said no. They want 50. They got something on Shannon. Oh, they got something on him. He kind of alluded to, he's like, man, I think they're going to put out a 30-second sex tape that maybe it's gonna make me look like this and that. No, nigga, they ain't make you look like nothing. That's what you look. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what they edit. Whatever part they let out, that is you. Whatever you doing on that motherfucker, or whatever's getting done to you is on that motherfucker. Because you in that anal, you like that beans and greens on your dick, right? You getting bussy. You like bussy. Nice, tight. Cause come on, man, a girl 20, 22 years old. I think she's 23 years old now. You trying to get that asshole? God damn, nigga. What you nigga want that bussy? And I'm like, man, for her to want that 50, the only thing I can think of is, damn, did she have a strap on for you? Did she have your big ass goddamn bent over like DeAndre? You cause you kinda got that. See, niggas was accusing you of being a pillow biter already. I said, man, this old pillow biting ass nigga right here. No disrespect to my homosexual brothers, but I'm like, man, Big Mama said in the rumor mill. What Mama say? Mama say it's some truth even in the rumor mill. Beloved, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it right there. Peace and black power to your family. Yes. Beloved, we thank you guys so much for listening. We thank you for hanging out. Beloved. This is indeed Real Black Out to the Phone podcast. Hey man, it's your brother V, man. We're gonna get it what you got later. Peace, peace, beloved, and more peace.
See her eyes shining, she's my soul burning queen. In the winter light, too, she's my sweet love for me. Talk to my nose, this love was God is so raw. Make you move, stepping out, from out of control.
It's me against the night.
Snow bunny.
Moving on with all. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
Dancing till the light. With my slow bunny love. Then body by night.
see her eyes.
Thanks for listening. Remember to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Google, Anchor, Spotify, and Facebook. Also, don't forget to like, share, and comment on the podcast. Your opinion of what you just heard is important to the platform. So yes, beloved, your comments are the engine and fuel to the machine. Stay blessed and have a powerful day.